new media product which helped us to pass the difficult time of pandemic, our virtual college while sitting in our bedrooms. One and only our lovely laptops. But today we'll be talking about a specific laptop, Apple MacBook Pro. This presentation discusses about the product in brief in the upcoming slides. The further introduction will be done by Akash Deep Devgan.
So Apple launched its MacBook Pro 2020 on 4th May 2020 in the Apple event with many other product launches. It was launched with the price tag of $1,699. It launched and became one of the favorites of all Apple customers. The 13-inch MacBook Pro is Apple's most popular Pro notebook. Students use it to work all through college and school, using it for their assignments or grades, and these days even for exams and lectures also. So other professional users use it to channel their creativity through their work. Many people who work from home have found the product very helpful and accessible also. Uh, with the M1 chip and Big Sur, the MacBook Pro becomes even more powerful and even more pro. So its 8-core CPU when paired the MacBook Pro's cooling system becomes up to 2.8 times faster than the previous generation. This new change helps to deliver game-changing performance when compiling code, transcoding video, editing high-resolution photos, and much more. It becomes the one place to go to for all requirements. The 8-core GPU is up to 5 times faster, which allows the users to enjoy super smooth graphics performance whether they are designing a graphic intensive game or a new product. And this is a super benefit for people who work as developers and designers. The MacBook Pro provides users with the experience of working smoothly and look at their work more precisely with the help of some clicks. The M1 chip make the 13-inch MacBook Pro 3 times faster than the best-selling Windows laptop in its class. This makes it unique and one of a kind currently in the market. The ML of this MacBook Pro is up to 11 times faster than other any device which contains the same neural engine. This makes it the world's fastest compact Pro notebook. It even provides up to 17 hours of wireless web browsing and up to staggering 20 hours of video playback. This enhances its performance and makes it easier to work with since it will barely require the charge once a day. As compared to the previous generation Mac, the MacBook Pro 2020 can render a complex 3D title in Final Cut Pro up to 6 times faster. So it is faster and better in many aspects when compared to other Macs. This include coding, ML tasks, battery life, neural engine, playback video, and editing, etc. The MacBook Pro has won the hearts of all the people and especially Apple lovers who have brought many more customers from new segments. This intricate feature of this MacBook Pro has invited a lot of attention towards the Apple event and other Apple devices. The features and the heavy but unique introduction of the device makes it one of a kind and probably the best in the world. So the features of this MacBook Pro will be taken over by my friend Anmol Singh.
So I'm going to be talking about the battery life first, because this is one of the best features of this MacBook. The battery lasts up to 17 hours, which Apple claims is the longest battery life ever on a MacBook. Reviewers from TechRadar said that the battery life of the Apple MacBook is so impressive that they were actually able to use it straight out of the box and they didn't plug it for like 2 to 3 days. And it also contains a lithium polymer battery that has a capacity of 58.2 watts per hour, and the charger has a 61-watt power adapter. Moving on to the display, it has a 13.3-inch LED Retina display. The Retina display makes the text and images being displayed extremely crisp, so that the pixels are not visible to the naked eye. It also has a brightness of 500 nits, which makes it the brightest MacBook ever as well. And the resolution of this MacBook is 2560 by 1600, which is also known as Quad HD. Next is the keyboard and the trackpad. This MacBook comes with a Magic Keyboard that's more pillowy and softer while tapping compared to the previous models. And the trackpad is even smoother and has improved scrolling, like example, pinching to zoom. And let's say if you want to perform various gestures, They're more intuitive. It also has a feature where you can swipe 3 fingers to see every application that's open in your MacBook. And that can help you with multitasking and everything. And lastly, it comes with a fingerprint sensor, which has really improved its security because the previous ones had an issue with the face detection. So they actually added this feature. Moving on to the audio and the ports, this MacBook has a dynamic stereo with a surround sound feature. So basically, let's say you put this laptop in the middle of the room, the sound will go up to every corner of the room. And the ports it has are USB 4 ports. Basically, they're also known as USB-C ports or Thunderbolt ports. Uh, why they have put these ports is because like they're usually faster than the USB 3 ports. And they're actually on the left side of the MacBook. And there's also a headphone jack on the right side of the MacBook. And lastly, it has a studio feature for the microphone that helps with the background noise reduction. So it's really good for like podcasts and everything. Adding on for the gaming side of it, this MacBook is actually powerful enough to play mainstream games that have a high frame rates, like for example, like Grand Theft Auto and everything, because it has an M1 chip that allows it to function faster and smoother with even the highest FPS. And as you can see, it goes up to 40 FPS on high performance games. Next, Hazar will be taking over the advantages.
Hi everyone. Today I will be presenting 5 pros for the MacBook Pro. So as we can see, the new media and technology have contributed to so many changes in our daily lives, and each technology is building upon the other. With that being said, we can now observe the developing process that every new technological product is going through. Because we're talking about the MacBook Pro, we can say that it's developing and changing a lot from one generation to the other. And the newest one has came up with some very positive sides. So the pros that I will be addressing are associated to this product. So the first advantage of this product is going to be the long battery life. So this feature actually is one of the essential pros in MacBook, as it provides the users to have a much stronger and efficient use of the battery. And the second pros is the excellent storage that it has. So the person can get up to 32 gigs of RAM, and these features in particular will be very helpful for those who are interested in graphic designers and in gaming as well. Also, it's reliable and it's safe for users because it has a higher efficient security systems. Moreover, the speed in this product is literally fascinating. It enables the person to do multitasking features, so he or she can work without making the work slower or inefficient. So you can open more than one apps at the same time without losing track of anything. And finally, the magic keyboard. And this one actually was what everyone has been waiting for, especially those who types for long hours each day, because it's very easy to use and very smoothie. That's it. So now Hiteshi is going to talk about the disadvantages.
Thank you, Hazar, for mentioning out the advantages. But it's time to look at the other side of the coin. MacBook's popularity stems from its elegant and recognizable sleek design, technology, and its software and hardware. But there are quite a few disadvantages that makes people have second thoughts about investing in one. So the very first and main disadvantages is that it costs a fortune. That the most low cost Apple laptop is starts from not even $300, more than $1,200. This price attracts only premium buyers. Original people can't afford even the cheapest Apple laptop. So the second disadvantage is limited software support. So when compared to Windows, it is hard to find Apple MacBook software. This issue is undoubtedly like the most significant con of MacBook, in that the software is incompatible with the window. Despite the availability of few app versions to support Mac users, the overall user experience is not comfortable, especially with apps that don't have dedicated Mac version. So let's move on to its third disadvantage, which is outdated webcam resolution. When it comes to camera, with a single exception, MacBook's disadvantage include a low resolution webcam. MacBook generally have 720 pixel despite several design and hardware changes over time, but the 720 pixel webcams, they are no match for high price and value. Unless Apple decides to pay attention to this problem, a 720 pixel webcam will persistently disappoint the. The next disadvantage, it's inadequate computing proficiency. MacBook is ideal for light computing and processing regularly. However, these machines are not suitable for those who are looking for intensive software and high definition gaming. This point was also mentioned by Anmol while he was discussing the features. It is perfect for students and business professionals who are considered entry level users. However, it does not work for heavy computing required by gamers, web developers, graphic designers, and web creators. So, our last disadvantage is restricted hardware upgrades, which is one of also the most significant disadvantage of using a MacBook. This limited option is single circuit board this that consists of a integrated processor and a memory. Like if you need to upgrade any hardware, you may have to buy another laptop or computer with more advanced hardware because of the minimal storage, memory and limited processor. It's not like you can replace just one part of the MacBook, but you have to just change the whole entire thing. So this presentation will be concluded by Sumit.
Thank you, Hiteshi, for telling whole class the key disadvantages that should be considered before buying this product. And also thanking all the colleagues which tell us the key important feature of this new M1 MacBook Pro. So let's conclude and put it into a nutshell, shall we? So this Apple MacBook Pro is a great technology, but it is quite expensive side. You have to pay 1,700 to buy this product, which is quite expensive, but it is quite worth buying. For example, it is a great option for office going people and even student who is just going to use it for their daily experience and for their some creative work. Moreover, it is quite good for those who are using Final Cut Pro, which is a video editing software and who usually upload YouTube videos. However, the biggest disadvantages is it is not for gaming, and it is generally Apple is not considered as a gaming laptops. And in this new laptop, they are still lacking that feature too. It does not is compatible with 120 hertz, which is very difficult for games like Call of Duty and many games with high data requirement. Also, it is an elite performance compared to previous generation simple MacBook Pro because it has an M1 chip, which makes it much stronger and much strong to perform tasks, and the proficiency has increased. In addition to that, it is a good full day long battery, which help travelers to use it because it's a great portable device and you can use throughout the whole journey. And at last, it is a great current buying option in the market. And if you really want to switch from Windows to Apple, it is a great way, and you can just buy this new M1 MacBook Pro. However, if you still want to upgrade from previous MacBook generation to a new one, it is not quite a worth because you have to pay more, and it does not have that much significant changes that it says that is a requirement. And that's it for the whole conclusion. And thank you for listening. And I think you have learned a lot about MacBook Pro. And thank you and have a great day.